application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Queens, docket number 14-8940, block 8026, lot 44, 105 Grosvenor Street in the Douglaston Historic District, a colonial revival-style house built circa 1920. This is an application to remove the cobblestone street bed gutter.
Someone get the lights back there? Good afternoon, Commissioners. Lisa Schaefer, Preservation Staff. The application is for 105 Grosvenor Avenue in Douglaston, and this home is on it's a corner lot. And there, on one side in the street, there's a cobblestone gutter, which you can see in these photographs here. And these gutters are found in various parts of the district. This is a survey done by the architect showing in black where these gutters are located. And the proposal is to remove the gutter and replace it with asphalt. And I just want to note that in the designation report, it calls out these gutters as being a significant historic feature in this district.
They are an original feature throughout the district.
They may have been, but now these are where they're left.
Yeah.
Yes. And the architect, John Monroe, is here to fill you in.
Okay.
Oh, I am John Monroe.
Okay.
I did a survey of the neighborhood, and it's like less than 10% where these cobblestone gutters are there. And all the cobblestone gutters, except for this one gutter here, was replaced. The rest of them are tripping hazards. It's a lot of ponding with icy conditions.
Okay.
So it's becoming a hazard for my client. So my client wants to remove this. It's the only cobblestone gutter on that block, and then asphalt over it to allow for the water to flow down. Yeah, the rest of the whole street's asphalt. It was, the cobblestone gutters is a nice feature, but they're not there anymore. This is, if you look here, it's only this street. These are the only places where there's cobblestone gutters left in the neighborhood.
But I think it's unclear whether that work was grandfathered or done without permits.
Could you explain what,
It's unclear whether that work was grandfathered or done without permits.
I need to understand a little, it's hard to see the image. Can you bring this closer to understand what this gutter is and what its purpose was and all that? You know from this neighborhood.
How does asphalt prevent ponding?
Because you can actually slope it where the cobblestone gutter
How do
has.
you reslope these?
You can, but what happens is because you have the joints in there, it holds water, which during the winter time ices up. That's one of the things that the client.
Why would they hold water if you have
joints are-
space?
It's a 3/4 inch mortar joints.
They're not supposed to be set with mortar, right?
No.
Yeah, if anything, that would be a permeable surface. That's the classic permeable surface. Yeah, okay, I understand. Thanks. Okay. Let's-
Okay. Barbara's testimony. Now, thank you very much, Barbara.
Barbara Zay, Historic Districts Council. These cobblestone street gutters once ran east to west along all the streets in Douglas Manor to facilitate water runoff. The few remaining ones still serve their intended function, preventing large puddles and standing water from accumulating in the neighborhood. In addition to their usefulness in the district, they are also noted in the designation report for this address as a notable site feature. HDC finds that the restoration of the gutter would be a much more sensitive approach to the site and to the district as a whole. I also wanted to add that the Douglaston Little Neck Historical Society also does not support their removal. They state that many of these east-west corridors have been converted to curbs over the years, but those that remain in this hilly and topographically unaltered community continue to serve their original purpose. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Community Board 11 writes that, 105 Grosvenor is the only property to have a cobbled gutter. All other properties on the street are paved to the curb. The Belgian block curbing, new and existing, and color of the sidewalk concrete both meet the standards of the landmarked community. Accordingly, the committee approves the application. Please note that the proposed paving is subject to the approval of the Department of Transportation. Want to comment on the testimony? Say anything more? Nothing more. Okay. Joan?
Well, I know that a few years back that there was a group going through from DOT, and they were trying to cover over some of the gutters, and they were stopped. Some of the gutters have been restored, and the ones that are installed properly are not done with mortar. They're done with just tight joints, and as Marjorie pointed out, they make a better permeable surface. So I couldn't approve this, and I think you should just repair it properly, and it'll be just as good as anything. And you might have to take out the blocks and build up a little bit underneath to prevent, the puddling or that happens with cars. Sometimes it's not done properly, and it makes a little, what's the right word, Michael, like a little hole or something, like a little
rut.
cave-in. Yeah, a little rut, yeah. But I think that it would be a shame to take away from your house, because it is one of the beautiful, attributes of this district.
Michael Devonshire?
I agree with all of those comments, and I would only add that the fact that there is less than 10% of this feature left is reason enough to retain it.
Libby?
Yes, I
Yeah. Anyone disagree? Or want to add something?
The only thing I would add is that if these are public roads, we should let DOT know.
You've been in contact with them.
Great.
And I just want to add, this is similar in discussion to the kinds of things we talk about in Soho and places where there are existing cobble and, according to that, or there's existing bluestone sidewalks, that's true, maybe there's only 10% left. That's the reason you retain them, because it's a character of the historic district, an important character.
Okay.
Can I add one more thing?
So, yes, sure, of course.
What
No
you might
action?
do is you might start a movement to have people
Denial.
restore them. You might help that, so.
Yeah.
Look at it from a positive point
Oh,
of view.
okay, so we'll close the hearing, and Joan, do the denial, please? Thank you.
In the matter of 105 Grosvenor Street, Douglaston Historic District, a colonial revival-style house built circa 1920. Application is to remove the cobblestone street bed gutter. Noting that the style, scale, materials, and details of the district are among the features that contribute to the special architectural and historic character of the Douglaston Historic District, that among the site's notable features is a cobblestone gutter on Grosvenor Street, and that a number of streets in the historic district retain historic cobblestone gutters. I recommend denial, finding that the removal of the cobblestone gutter would eliminate a significant historic feature of the district, that replacing the cobblestone with asphalt would not be in keeping with the historic paving material in the district, and that the proposed work would detract from the special historic character of the Douglaston Historic District.
Is that all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Denied. Thank you.